Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the final conference of the course ARKWORK, Course Action. It's great to have you all here, and it will be an interesting day discussing about the results and the work of course ARKWORK Action during the past 4.5 years. We have a lot of program and insights and results, discussions about what has been happening in course ARKWORK, and at the same time, when we're looking back at what has been done so far, so we are going to look into the future and envision and discuss what should happen next after this intensive period of work on archaeological practices and knowledge work in the digital environment. We are going to have a lot of different kinds of program, and there will be opportunities for everyone to participate in discussion. Then we will have a number of presentations, both from course ARKWORK Action and then from certain projects and friends who are doing work related to course ARKWORK and archaeological practices and knowledge work in general. However, before proceeding into the program of the day, I would like you to participate in the informed consent here. We are live streaming this conference. It will be online on YouTube at the moment. And then apart from that, the meeting is also being recorded. And we are recording especially the talks that will be made available online after the conference. And the intention is not to publish or record or put online any of the Q&A sessions apart from the roundtable discussions in the afternoon. But in case you don't give your consent in recording, you unfortunately have to leave the meeting at the moment. You still have the option to follow the program via the live stream. And when it comes to the recording, just in case you might say something, or we might see your face in some part of the video, so we need your consent for publishing the recordings afterwards. So please read the text and then participate in the poll that I just launched, and that's it. And as you know, you can revoke your content at any time with effect for the future. But then to the program of today. After this brief opening session, where we are going to take a brief look to what has been happening in course ARKWORK, we will be looking closer at the discussions and findings, what has been written, what had been said later today. We're going to have the opportunity to listen to the keynote lecture of this conference given by Dr. Rachel Opitz from the University of Glasgow. After that, a short break, and thereafter the course ARKWORK working groups are presenting highlights of their work in short 15-minute talks. Then there will be another short break for a little bit stretching and maybe fetching a new cup of tea. And then after that, we will be listening to a series of lightning talks given by projects that are close to the work of ARKWORK, either affiliated or somehow based or related to what we have been doing in the action during the past few years. After the lightning talks, there will be coffee table breakout discussions with course ARKWORK working groups. In some of the breakout groups, there will be a couple of more formal presentations and discussion, and then in some others, the discussion is free for everyone to participate, and there will be not that many presentations. You are free to select your breakout room and participate in the discussions you like during the 45 minutes period. It's entirely informal, and there will be an opportunity for everyone to participate in the discussions. Then after the discussions, there will be a brief summing up of them, some insights, highlights, something that you would like to share from the discussions with the rest of us. Then we're going to have a break for lunch on your own. This time, unfortunately, we can't join in a nice restaurant anywhere together, but that will do. If you want to enjoy your lunch together with your colleagues online, so that's perfectly possible. The conference will be open all the time, and there will be probably plenty of colleagues to socialize with, even during the lunchtime. After the lunch, we will have two roundtable discussions. First about archaeological practice and knowledge work in the digital environment, the topic of the course action. And during the first part of the roundtable, the participants of the roundtable will discuss a few questions, and then towards the end, the audience will also be given an opportunity to participate in the discussions by commenting and asking questions and making reflections about the topic. Then we're going to have a social coffee and tea hour in the same breakout rooms that we were discussing earlier during the day. And it is for open socializing and for any exchange, discussions, anything you would like to talk about on and around today's theme. Before the closing of the conference in the afternoon, we will have another roundtable discussion. That's an industry forum roundtable, where we are going to discuss industry perspectives to archaeological practices and knowledge work in the digital environment or within a group of representatives from different industries, different stakeholders of archaeological work around Europe. And then, unfortunately, after that, the conference is going to be closed with a few remarks and a peek to the future, what there is to be expected. Then a couple of housekeeping things before going into the subject matter. I would like you to keep your video and microphone off when you are not speaking to make the conference experience as nice and comfortable for everybody. You're more than welcome to use chat for asking questions and chatting with each other throughout the conference, and using it for any kind of social exchange that's somehow relevant to what we're discussing here today. When we have Q&A sessions and not entirely free-form discussion, you are please asked to use the raise hand function. You can find it in the new Zoom clients behind the reactions button. That will make it easier for the chair of the session to follow who has been asking for turn first, and then also to notice that you would like to say something. And then finally, please use your favorite social media channels with the hashtag course ARKWORK to share your thoughts and insights from the conference today. But then a few words before going into the program of today to just remind us about what the course ARKWORK has been all about. The focus of the action has been to understand how archaeological knowledge is being produced, and to do this by studying archaeological practices, knowledge production and use, social impact and industrial potential of archaeological knowledge. And in comparison to many other archaeology-related networks and even course actions, the peculiar aspect of course ARKWORK has been that all of you who are archaeologists are sort of the object of interest to this action. And our aim has been to gather both archaeologists interested in reflection and development of archaeological work in the digital environment, but also researchers from other disciplines doing research about archaeological work. We are social scientists, museum researchers, archaeologists, ethnographers, computer scientists, management researchers, and so on. And we are also, everybody of us is united by our common interest in studying archaeologists and archaeology, how archaeology is being done, how it is being practiced, how archaeological knowledge is being produced. The aim of ARKWORK has been to build a transdisciplinary network that brings together the multidisciplinary work of researchers of archaeological practices and their current projects in the field of archaeological knowledge production and use, and to make a major push forward in the current state of the art of knowing how archaeological knowledge is produced and how it is used and how we could maximize its positive impact in the society. The specific objectives of the action have been to develop a common understanding of what archaeological practices are. We have been also aiming at strengthening and consolidating the research and understanding of the making and emergence of archaeological knowledge. There has been a lot of research being done in Europe and in different other countries around the world about archaeology, but there hasn't been before any larger network that would have brought these researchers and research interests together. Our aim has been also to engage diverse actors in the field of archaeological practices and knowledge production in the development of their work. So this is not only about describing what archaeologists are doing and how archaeological knowledge is being produced, but also to make contributions to doing archaeology better. In a sense, archaeologists and archaeology would like to see that the work is being done. We have been also working towards forming a pan-European trans and multidisciplinary network and community of researchers and practitioners that creates, shares and pools the current and emerging knowledge on archaeological knowledge creation, while building at the same time a critical mass of people with necessary competencies. And today, we who all are here are definitely part of that kind of a network. And the work that has been done so far within the framework of course, ARKWORK has definitely contributed to forming new relations, networking, new collaborations, new acquaintances in the field, and also to develop new ideas for research, new ideas for collaborations, new ideas for practical work. And finally, we are being also interested in, and of course, it's in our interest to promote research on archaeological knowledge work. And this has been done through a series of specific kinds of events that we have been organizing. And we have been gathering many different kinds of people, as we all here are. A very good example of we are administrators. We have been reaching for curators, academics, policymakers, industry-based actors, non-profit communities, extra archaeological actors, and so on. We are already the network that is existing. It's a heterogeneous group of people and different organizations and interests. And through our events, we have been able to reach out for even more diverse group of stakeholders. Now, because we are many participants here at the conference who have been participating in the work of different ARKWORK working groups, so in the following, you are more than welcome to use the green yes button in your reactions when we mention your working group, where have been working and participating in some of the activities, and then when I'm going to highlight you some of the events course ARKWORK has been organizing, so you can do the same thing and show that you have been there participating at that particular happening that we have been organizing. The working group 1 of ARKWORK has been focusing on archaeological fieldwork, and here, for instance, organized a training school in Athens for a couple of years ago. Working group 2 has been working on knowledge production and archaeological collections and archaeological data. Their training school was organized in Sarajevo. Working Group 3 has been working on archaeological knowledge production and global communities, and here's an example of the community of the Working Group 3 gathering in Zagreb to discuss their ongoing and forthcoming work. And then the Working Group 4 has been focusing on archaeological scholarship, about archaeological research, and this is a photograph from the Working Group 4 training school that was organized about a year ago, just before everything closed down. Apart from the working groups, we have had also many other things going on, and just would like to highlight some of the people here. We have a poster drawn by Henriette. Suvi Dibiniak has been our webmaster. Rebecca Vital has been working on science communication, and Dorina Mulu has been our SDSM manager. I expect that our working group leaders will be presenting themselves at the beginning of the presentations, when we're going to go into detail into what the working groups have been doing. But I would like to extend my thanks to everybody who has been working in the working groups and who has been leading, directing, and contributing to the work. All your work and all your participation has been quite invaluable for the action and for everybody here at this conference and in the network. You will find more about Coast ARKWORK on arkwork.eu, where you found the registration link to this conference, and you can also follow the conference and what's happening on and around the action, of course, on social media using the hashtag Coast ARKWORK.